Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Jennifer, and if you are returning and you have been with me, I'm so glad to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And today is symptoms of menopause, but sort of a yes, I have been completely MIA. The whole month went by. I didn't get my 2 videos out. Yes, that's what it's come down to, is just getting 2 videos out a month has been a challenge. And then if anything happens, yeah. So if you can tell, I'm a little congested, and unhappily, I must report that COVID got me. I have been down with COVID and the whole family, so it got everybody, spread like flies. Literally, it was my 17-year-old son first, then it was my youngest, and then it was my middle, and then him and I actually at the same time. So all 4 of us. The only one who did not get it is my husband, and it really made me mad. But that's okay. I feel like he's probably been exposed to maybe this strain. Plus, he had the booster and I did not, and my kids also did not have the booster. So, yeah, go figure. But I also feel like he goes to work and he's been exposed to so much more. I'm at home. And the kids as well, they've been so careful at school. So anyways, but you could try and figure this out for days and days, which I've been doing. Like, how did we get that? And I usually don't get sick. I feel like, oh my gosh, I take good care of myself, and usually they'll bring home lots of stuff, but I don't get it. But I got it. It came on like a vengeance. Like I said, my son got it first. We had body ache. I started with a headache. We had every symptom that's out there. The body ache was really bad. I have not been sick like that in a long time. I also got a fever, which, hello, I have not had a fever in, 20 years. So that was, yeah, and everyone had pretty similar symptoms, but it literally was the Saturday before Sunday, for Easter Sunday. And literally it was just like Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday, my son, Sunday, the next one, Monday, me and my other son. So, and it really lasted. I actually felt horrible Tuesday, one day, and then I had fever and horrible body aches. I literally had that lower body ache, and it was like I was having back labor. It was a pretty good ache. So, but I felt horrible that day, kind of tried to just sleep it off, and then the next day I felt a lot better. But then, of course, you just still have all these symptoms. So I had all the symptoms. You can tell I'm still congested. I got a cough. I don't usually get a cough. I usually kind of get it upper respiratory. But I got a cough, and I'm still coughing, which, again, a cough is always a bummer, right? So it just literally has started to get better. I'm in like 10 days now, so it took a while. I still didn't feel 100%. I didn't really experience the fatigue or the loss of taste and smell. I feel like it was more one of the more newer strains, which they do seem to be more mild. So yeah, that is what I have been doing. And I just want to say that, this is not right. Like, I feel like we should have some sort of exemption from this COVID. If you are experiencing perimenopause, menopause in any stage, what is up with that? Like, it's just not right. Like, you guys, it was so much more difficult to handle anything, being sick. Like, I feel like half the time I'm dying and I'm sick as it is with perimenopause. So just throw in COVID. Oh, it was, and let me tell you, all the symptoms started to kind of wear away But I literally felt like the virus also attacked me mentally, emotionally. Okay, I could not stop crying. I could not stop crying. Like, it would just come, and I am not one to cry really easily. So for me to just be constantly crying and I can't stop, like, I know we experience this with PMS and with perimenopause, but this was bad. This literally was like my tears would well up in my eyes. It would just start pouring out, and I could not put my finger on, why are you crying? So that was interesting. It's almost like I felt like the virus was attacking, again, my whole entire body, like mentally, emotionally. So yeah, I was pretty much a mess. And I really was angry. Like, this is not, it's just like I said, it wasn't right. Like, I felt like I should get a pass. I shouldn't have gotten this. I've got enough, and maybe it felt to me too like everything was just worse. Like, maybe because you're going through perimenopause, and if you are going through, that's why you're here. If you're not going through perimenopause, that's okay. But if you're going through it and you're struggling, like myself, then you just already have a lot of symptoms going on. And then to get sick, it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was a lot, and I really was angry, and I even felt depressed. And I also feel like, it just, maybe the emotional part was also just feeling, I mean, I kind of get a little depressed after I get sick. I think that's pretty common for a lot of people. But it was like, I got really sad, depressed, but I also could almost feel like I also went into more of a hormonal shift. And this made me really upset, you guys, because what I'm learning is, okay, so we're doing all these things. If you've been following me, I hope you have. Please follow and watch these in order, because they are in order. But I have the IUD in, so I'm getting progesterone, and then I'm also taking a topical testosterone. So I noticed that, and I reported in my last video, please check that out if you didn't, that the testosterone is really helping. And it's not only helping with libido, which was my main reason for taking it, but it's helping with so much other things. And like I said, watch that video. And I'm still happy to report that it's still, I feel like, is helping in a lot of ways. I feel like it's helping me with manage my weight. I feel like it's helping with my skin, libido, and not only just the experience, the libido and the drive, but also just the experience of intimacy with intercourse. So it's really helping with everything, you guys. But again, it's almost like I could feel okay, like, and maybe it is just because I was sick, but I just felt like, okay, I think I'm feeling another shift. So, okay, so you're great. I'm taking the testosterone that's doing all these things, and it's great. But then it's like, whoa, wait, something just happened. So I think what I'm learning, and please tell me in the comment section below, we are so on this together, you guys. And if you agree that I feel like that shift, and it makes sense. Okay, this is a long journey, right? This is a long journey. This is not going to be like, okay, we're going to take this, we're going to take that, we're going to balance these out, and then we're going to be good. So it looks like that's not the way it's going to be, because this is a roller coaster. Our hormones are doing all these different things, and the progesterone and the estrogen, especially if you're in perimenopause, that's what's going nuts and fluctuating so much. We're losing progesterone. We still have the pretty steady estrogen, supposedly, when you're going through the perimenopause, but it is starting to slowly decline. I think if you'd look at it as a graph, it's just a very, very, very slight decline. So we still are most of the time getting the estrogen, but then the fluctuation of the progesterone, and the estrogen is what makes us nuts. And it, you know, it's so responsible for all these symptoms that we're experiencing. Or not, you know, we are not all experiencing, we're not going to all go through perimenopause the same way. And you could be just flying through and having, you know, not really anything to pinpoint or feel like it's due to the perimenopause. Or you're like myself, or many of you maybe, that feel like half the time you're dying. So, yeah, I think that this is also what gave me this kind of sad, depressed feeling, because it's like, oh my gosh, here we go again. And I've been around here, like I keep feeling like I'm doing like a full circle, and I'll start doing better and I get the right thing, whether it was the progesterone or the IUD or taking, you know, I've taken so many other things, you guys know. Okay, if you've been following me, you know I've been trying everything. So I finally felt like, okay, here we go again. Like, I could just literally feel this shift in my hormones, whether it's the progesterone just going crazy or it's the, you know, I'm losing more of the estrogen. Maybe my testosterone is good, but so it's like, wow. So this really left me just feeling frustrated, completely discouraged. And I want to show up here, you guys, and be like so positive for you guys. And that's what this channel is all about. And don't get me wrong, I've said it before, it's sort of selfish because this makes me feel, this is helping me so much. For me to come on and share with you guys is helping me so much. And I thank you for that, because yeah, I do. And I say it all the time that I do believe this is how we are going to get through this, you guys, because we are on this together. This is not my journey or your journey. This is our journey. This is all of our collectively journey together. So yeah, I wanted to really share that I have been feeling a little bit. Now I'm hoping it's just was the COVID, and then, you know, I'm going to feel better. But I do feel like there's just been another shift. And I almost was just so depleted, like, oh my gosh, not again. I don't think I can handle. It's like, okay, now what do I do? So I have really wanted to share that because, again, this is the way I'm feeling. And I want to remain positive. I know, you guys, for a fact that because I was sick, I wasn't doing all of my self-care stuff, because I am a big advocate. That's what this channel is about, is taking care of our bodies, exercising, moving, relaxing our bodies, and doing any sort of meditation, breathing exercises. This is all the good natural stuff that's getting me through this. And this is why I want to continuously share. And I did notice, you guys, because I was sick, so I wasn't doing everything, you know, normal. I did still, though. I'd get up, move my body, just do a little bit of light yoga, stretch, breathe. I was still doing the meditation, not as much though, and I noticed the difference. So I feel like my coping skills were lacking, which would make sense why I felt, you know, sad and depressed. And because, yeah, I got to do all of this, you guys, and I totally recommend for you. Stick with me. There's so many videos on my channel that can help with whether you need to relax the body and calm the mind, or if you need to just move. I've got so much good stuff that's more specific for you and what you need, what we need at this time going through. If you're 40 something, then it's perfect. Whether you even feel like you're going through perimenopause or not. I believe our bodies just start to really need specific things. And it's not the same as what we needed in our 20s or 30s. So let me just say that for sure. Keep doing all that self-care that you're doing, and it's going to help tremendously. But I wanted to also share with you that this keeps coming to me too. And this was what kept bringing just tears to my eyes, and I couldn't stop crying. But I just kept getting this feeling of feeling not enough, just not enough. And if you can identify with that, put it in the comment section below. Are you feeling like that? What is this? You know, why do we feel like this? And I don't feel like it's just me. I feel like it's so many of us women, 40 something, and it definitely has to do with going through the perimenopause, is this just keeps coming to me, just that I'm not enough. And I want to say to you that please know that we are enough. You are enough. You matter. You have every right to be here just as much as the next person. And we are all connected. We affect each other. And that's why I think it's so important, but it's also scary because it's like, okay, if you don't feel enough, if I don't feel enough, how can anyone feel enough? So I just want to put that out there. And if you're feeling that way, please, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are worthy. You have so much that your light needs to shine for all of us. And we all have that bright light that needs to shine so we can all absorb it, all use it. We all need it. So I just wanted to really put that out there. And yeah, I feel very vulnerable sharing that, but that is what keeps coming to me. And I don't want anyone to feel that. It's awful, and you feel alone. And this is why I started doing this on my channel, because I don't think that any person should suffer alone. And if you're feeling also like you are not enough, you're enough. And I see you, and I am here. Please reach out. Please put your feelings and share in the comment section, because I think it's so powerful. I'm going to stop my rant, and all my love, and thank you so much for being here.